Hello, it's 6:10 p.m. Thursday, December 29th, 2016. I've just woken up from a long nap. The external hard drive that Tim sent along for the holidays has arrived. The UPS guy knocked on the door around noon today, maybe a little bit before noon. The knocking woke me up. I went outdoors to go retrieve the thing. I bring the sticker down to the front office. I was looking forward to the chance to visit with Jessica. However, Jessica was away for lunch or something, and Samantha was there with the door open in her office holding onto the package. So I got the hard drive. It seems to work great. Um, it's a bit awkward there, trying to avoid Samantha. She was on the phone when I knocked on the door. I held up the sticker for the UPS package rather than converse with her because it's kind of a scary thing if you converse with her and you get the wrong conversation going. A huge disaster can happen. So trying to awkwardly get through the package retrieval without getting bogged down in a conversation that wrecks the stock market or whatever. Um, uh, uh, she while on the phone, she tried that trick whereby she can multitask, right? She can pretend she's talking on the phone when she's actually talking to me. She made a reference to something. She basically was like she was trying to ask me while talking to somebody else. She was that's multitasking, way, whatever. If the thing that I wanted was this thing called Weeks, it's a weird personal reference to the Elizabeth Warren clone. They cloned Elizabeth Warren. That's what it looks like. And the Elizabeth Warren clone used to work here, right now. Back in the Democratic primary days, there was a couple of sketchy days there where they were unsure which candidate Elizabeth Warren would endorse. The possibility that she would endorse Bernie Sanders was unusual and possible. It's might have happened. It looked like she was warming up to the Bernie Sanders character because otherwise she was clearly beholden to the establishment candidate. Um, but around that time, there was the inspection, right? There was an inspection at the place here. There was the door, the window, the light fixture retrieval problem that started after that inspection. But anyway, there was that inspection here where I was, how they time the knocks on the door with the news stories I read on the internet here. I had a wireless signal. The Providence signal was working, and I got Yahoo News to work. And the moment they knocked on the door was the moment that I was reading. My eyes had met the text of the article about the mysterious death of Keith Emerson. Keith Emerson's suicide gunshot to the head day, right, was broadcast and put on the news in such a way that it coincided with them knocking on the door here when they showed up for the inspection. And among the people that showed up that day was the woman that's the clone of Elizabeth Warren. And what's notable about the clone of Elizabeth Warren is that she was one of those people that was basically trying to mock my powerlessness in the thing. And I guess they see language as a trick. They see the English language as a trick, as an election stunt of some kind. So they were the ones that kept on coming up with lame excuses about my light fixtures, such as the ballast problem, which is supposed to sound like ballots, right? And to wait for a thing to happen means you have to wait for so many days, or you have to wait for so many weeks, or something. Anyway, she was outside the door discussing with people a variety of things, ending a long statement on the subject of weeks. Um, basically, then laughing afterwards. She thought it was funny to refer to somebody as weak. Um, and anyway, so the point is, today at the office where I picked up the hard drive, Samantha McLean made a reference to weeks, which was a reference to that occasion. Basically, she was like trying to communicate. She was asking a question. It's like she was interrogating a little bit. I'm not sure if she was offering information, like offering like a diplomatic breakthrough, or if she was uh, or if she was asking me a question somehow using her methodology. She's asking if we wanted Weeks. Was the Weeks lady a problem? Was the Weeks lady a nasty problem? Were we mad at the Weeks lady? Was that the issue? That's a home forward employee, possibly possibly her employee, possibly her underling, uh, that was here as part of a military conspiracy to murder a bunch of rock stars and actors and things as part of the Democratic primary. We can get into the science of why the Hillary Clinton campaign was killing all those people. In the age of time machines and mind readers and things, there's some people you don't want around when you're in the middle of trying to convince the others you win in the future, right? When you're going to win in the future, you need to be able to convince people that you're going to win in the future. You know, if your election is 6 months or 7 months away, you have to be able to convince people that you've won 6 or 7 months away, that you've already won, that you're campaigning from a perch of victory that's already happened. However, all these people know that she lost. And when all those people that know that she lost had the ability to say so out loud, way, way, way before the fact, those people wound up dead often enough. I mean, it's a relentless problem. I mean, holy crap. Wes Craven, even Paul Stanley, right? All those people. I mean, Gary Shandling. Holy cow, people. All those people that we used to watch on TV here that knew what the winner was were unable to broadcast their knowledge of the winner because they wound up dead. So on the occasion of Keith Emerson, he shot himself in the head, and his suicide was reported, you know, as those people showed up at my door for the inspection. And I remember that sneaky fucking smirk on that lady on the Elizabeth Warren clone. It's not actually Elizabeth Warren. It's a younger version with longer hair. That's a military dog of some kind. She's military wetware, and she works with some unit that's assigned to this building. So anyway, today when I got the hard drive, which at this moment features lots of Keith Emerson music, she asked if we wanted Weeks. She's trying to figure out if we consider her a fugitive. We can work on an answer as time goes on. But that's interesting that Samantha knows we're angry about that. And by we, I mean myself. Because I grew up with the music of Keith Emerson, and that's just fucking lame. That's fucking lame. So, because you will recall all of our working and works, all this works business, the day we played, right? We played Emerson, Lake and Palmer, the Works album, before the official results were announced on election night. And the Pirate song, right? Fanfare for the Common Man is trumpet song, right? And then it ends with the Pirate song, right? We will take her by surprise, right? You know that song? Anyway, clearly they've thought about the Emerson. Clearly they've had some long, hard thinking about the Emerson. Anyway. I've tried to avoid Samantha McLean, but today she was discussing, in a very brief amount of code words, a complicated problem involving a dead musician from my childhood. It was a very emotional situation when it happened. It was shortly before I fled town. The death of Keith Emerson happened shortly before I fled this place. Oh well. The people upstairs were making the noise again. They're fairly perverted about it. People upstairs have been trying to involve themselves in my imaginary sex life here. Their noises return whenever I start watching erotica. It's off the subject of the week's thing. I just thought I'd mention it. They're disgusting. I mean, they're basically like the psychological warfare aspect of their thumping noise needs to stop. I mean, it needed to stop a long time ago, but now they're more pesky and personal than ever. I guess that's why we never asked for their opinion in the first place, is because their opinion is crazy. Their opinion involves sex for some reason these days. I should kill them. Anyway, bye-bye.